the KLOS Helpful Honda Rock Room, powered by your helpful SoCal Honda dealers. Thank you, SoCal Honda. Thanks also to Sawtooth Musical Instruments, lighting by Visual Elements, audio production by Trans Am Entertainment, and special thanks to Carl's Jr. for providing the day's nourishment.
KLOS's social media rock and roll gypsy that you hear on the Heidi and Frank show, and now weekends on KLOS. Tonight's show with Hoobastank is gonna be so much fun. Be sure to pay attention to our YouTube and our social media pages because we're gonna be posting some clips, and the full performance will be going live in a couple of days, so keep your eye out. All right, I need you all right now to give a big, warm, loud as you can welcome to the amazing, the one and the only Matt Pinfield.
Hey everybody. Oh, thank you so much, Emo. Make sure you check her out on the weekends, also on Heidi and Frank, of course. Welcome to the KLOS Helpful Honda Rock Room. I'm Matt Pinfield. We got a great show coming up for you tonight. And it's going to be an amazing evening, intimate evening with Hoobastank. What do you guys think? You know, of course you remember that when they came out with their first record, and there's so many great songs on it. And, do you know they've sold over 10 million records, and they've streamed, on just one song alone, 1 billion times, which is just incredible. But they have such a great catalog of songs, and you're going to get to hear a lot of them tonight, which I think is really exciting. So I want to say thank you to everybody. It's great to be back here with you at the KLOS Helpful Honda Rock Room. You know, I mean, they said I wouldn't walk again. They said I wouldn't talk again. And they said that I would never be on the radio again. But here I am, and I'm here with you. And I am grateful to be alive and ready to rock. So it's great to see you all. I'm so happy. We love you guys so much. And thank you so much for your support of KLOS and the rock and roll. So thank you. All right, so before they blow the roof off the stage, I'm going to right now invite up Doug and Dan right now. So I'm going to bring up Doug, Rob, and Dan Estrin right now from the band, and we're going to catch up with them. Guys, it's so good to see you. My brother, love you, man. Good to see you guys. Love you, man. So great to see you guys. I'm so grateful to be here with you tonight. And, man, it's so great to see you that you guys can come and do this for KLOS. So thank you so much for doing that. Hey, guys, I got to ask you, let's talk about you guys being in, the two of you being in opposite bands, kind of playing against each other in a battle of the bands when you guys were in high school. Tell me about that. Agoura Hills is where you guys are from here. So, anybody out there from Agoura Hills or nearby? Well, it's a great part of Southern California. Doug, tell me about that.
I was in one band.
Yeah.
He was in another. And we fought to the death. That's pretty much what it was.
What was it? What was that like as kids? I mean, when did you guys realize that you could actually be friends? Was there a relationship there where you guys were checking out other musicians that were in high school, maybe thinking about if you'd play with them at some point?
Doug and I had a mutual friend. He was in the grade above me, and a close friend of mine was also like his best friend, and that was our connection. That's how we met. We didn't know each other until...
We had a couple classes together.
True. My first day of school, I walked into a auto shop, and I saw a sticker on a folder. Was it like Dean Markley or Diodario?
It was Diodario.
It was a guitar string company sticker on a folder, and I walked to my desk, and I just noticed it, and later came to realize it was Doug. Didn't know him, though. Knew who he was, kind of saw him walking around, and we had this mutual friend. I was always into music, just started a band with my close friend at the time. And then he started one with our mutual friend, and I don't know, we slowly...
We sucked. We did exactly what high school kids would do, form a band purely for fun. Two bands. The Battle of the Bands was really more just like a venue. Like there's no place to play out there in the early mid '90s in Agora Hills. There's like cafes and teen centers and stuff. So the fact that they had the high school like offer up the performing arts area or whatever you want to call it, to have this battle of the bands, and there was probably like 5 or 6 bands. Nobody was like, I don't ever recall going like, dude, we're gonna beat your band, like it wasn't competitive at all. It was
just
really,
were looking for places.
It
to
was
play.
really just a bunch of teenagers super stoked to have a venue to make a lot of noise and jump around with their friends. So that's how we saw it. My band won, but no. After that, the bands disbanded, and we kept writing music, mainly as a joke at first. At least the songs we were doing were absolute just jokes. But Dan's always known that he wanted to pursue music. I didn't really know, and when he wanted to start a real band, I purely jumped on because I had FOMO. I just didn't want to miss out with what my friends were doing. So, and he was a far better guitar player than I was at the time, which was my like primary instrument was playing guitar. So I kind of just fell into the role,
And becoming a frontman and singing and stuff. Tell me about that for you, because I know that as a kid you were a huge Mike Patton fan from Faith No More. And Mr.
Yeah,
Bumble.
I mean, before that it was David Lee Roth, and then it was Metallica and Anthrax, and then it kind of bled into to Faith No More and the bands in Seattle and the whole grunge thing. I don't really know. Like I said, I never saw myself as a singer. I could always hold a tune in the car when we were driving around.
I'll tell you from my perspective, I was ditching class and I went up to one of my classes from earlier in the day, and Doug was there. You want to get out of here and go get a Slurpee from 7-Eleven. So we hopped in his car and we ditched class and we were listening to Alice in Chains. And I remember at that time he was kind of humming along to the harmonies. And I didn't really...
Jerry and Lane's harmony. So were you putting in that third harmony?
Sometimes.
Because it's cool.
Sometimes.
Yeah, because there was this story about like Chris Cornell used to sing along with the Beatles records, right? And add another voice. I love that you did that. I mean,
at that time, my lead singer wasn't very, very, very great. And his lead singer wasn't either. We were the two most serious in both of our bands. And I noticed right away that he heard something different in the music that I loved. And he was kind of singing along to it. And I just remember going like, wow, okay, he hears this also. And then fast forward, we started kind of messing around on a 4-track, writing songs together that were just kind of joke songs. And we would both take turns playing the instruments and singing and writing melodies. And it just...
I mean, I think it's funny that your first independent record was called They Don't Make Basketball Shorts Like They Used To, which is really... it's just the greatest thing. It's so funny.
Have you seen the cover? Have you seen the album cover? There's a picture of... It's the Lakers, right? And it's they're wearing these tiny little shorts. It's just a shot from here to here.
Yeah.
It's pretty stupid.
It was the 90s, right? So shorts were huge. They were past your knees. And so it seems so foreign to see like these professional athletes with like, 5-inch shorts on. Like, that's really risky.
Yeah,
but
amazing. Oh, that's great. So that was it. And so who came up with the idea of doing that with the first record? And you guys were having a lot of fun then, kind of just like really feeling your way.
So we would go into the studio and we would record these demos over the period of about 3 years. And eventually we just decided to kind of compile them all and make an album, a CD. And we printed about 3,000, I'd say. And someone actually just came up to us at our last show and pulled it out and had us sign it. But we sold out of all of them except for probably 10, which are in a box at my house. But yeah, they were just demos that we had put together. So they don't all sound like exactly the same because they were recorded over the period of 3 years and we were learning and growing as we were doing it. And we just needed to get something out there, and that's what we decided to do. It's
great. And when that first album came out, I mean, out of the box, people were ready. I mean, it was great. It was really... I mean, when I'm talking about what would be considered the second album, but the first album, the major label,
right.
You had a lot of those songs written and partially recorded at that period of time?
Yeah, I think we probably had 4 or 5 songs recorded, or at least written prior to signing the deal.
We signed our deal with 5 songs, and Crawling in the Dark and Running Away, which became the two successful songs.
Were not written yet,
They were
right?
not written yet.
Yeah.
No.
Amazing.
Crawling in the Dark was actually the last, like, 11th hour type song, like when you're in pre-production and the producers go, "Oh, everything's great. We got everything, like, worked out." And Dan comes in with an idea that he would you record it, like, on your answering machine or something like that? And
Yeah, you used to have to lay down those ideas, not like telephones today where you can, like, you sing that riff into it.
Yeah, I had to call my house. I don't remember how I did it, but I played it into my answering machine or the voicemail or whatever I had, just the initial riff, and then later put it together on like a 4-track with a drum machine and played everything, and then took it into the studio the next day and showed it to Doug and the rest of the guys.
There were so many great bands from that area too, who were like when you came out, giving you guys a leg up. You were doing shows, on the touring for that first major label album. You know, playing with everybody from Linkin Park to Incubus and a ton of other great bands from your area.
Yeah, we were just talking with somebody about the house party. Like the first show, technically the first show that we played as Hoobastank was in my parents' backyard, and we have like old VHS video, you know, of going around. And there's all those dudes, like, because we all went to high school or middle school with bands like that, and everybody's just there in their in their teens, just at a party. Really, it's interesting to fast forward, to now and go, wow, there's a lot of like famous musicians, bands and stuff like that came out of that area.
Let's talk about the fact that when the next record came, it just took on a massive life of its own, which is always one of those things where it's something you hope for, but you're like, wow, that it was just like a absolute blowtorch where it just became a big part of the subconscious and one of the biggest songs of that year, period. Can you talk to me about writing that song and how that feeling felt when
the song itself came about like any other song that we've had. Coming off the first album, the record label and management and stuff like that, they're like, well, what's going to be the next Crawling in the Dark? So their mindset was kind of that. And we had softer songs on They Sure Don't Make Basketball Shorts Like They Used to on the self-titled. There's always been a couple songs that we threw on a record that are more mellow. And so that song was written kind of like that. It wasn't like we sat down and said, yo, we got to do something big, you know? Like it was totally like any other song. When it was recorded, when it was all done, the record was done, we had like the powwow with management and the record label talking about singles and stuff like that. And I don't recall anybody picking it as a single, which shows you how nobody knows anything. Band and management were just like, cool, I don't know. Yeah. It's just a song that we were proud of. I think we were on tour with Linkin Park when that song got released. It was the second single. And I could tell things were changing because when we started playing that song live, the reaction in these arenas was getting a little absurd. And something was happening. I don't know. It did kind of seep its way into the pop culture zeitgeist, you know? And it was amazing and terrifying, and it had a lot of things we fought with because at that point, the song, up to that point, we had, I don't want to say control, but the perception of the band by our fans matched our own perception of the band. You know, this is who we are. You guys know who we are. It was simpatico, right? And then this song comes out and becomes bigger than the band. And we kind of lost control of this baby of ours, you know? And we lost control of the perception of who we were as a live band, what kind of music we did mostly, you know? And there was a little bit of, it was a struggle to kind of not to get control back, but honestly to let go of that and go, that's out of our hands. And I would say it wasn't even like, oh, in a couple years we figured out. Me personally, I feel like it took decades. Like it took a decade plus for us to figure out like embracing it, but fighting it and not really knowing where the gray area was. But I feel like for a while now, we've been in a good spot with it.
That's great, and it's great because you've had. I mean, throughout these 5-6 albums that you guys have done, there's been a lot of great songs on there, and you're still out and doing it, which I think is fantastic. What about as far as you guys writing new material? Is there some stuff? Can we talk about some of those things?
Well, we've been writing a lot. Usually when we go into records, doing albums, we'd have just enough or not enough for an album.
Yeah.
But I feel like the past few years we've been compiling songs and compiling. And there's a ton of ideas, a ton of music, more than we've probably ever had at any point.
Yeah.
Just statistically, I'm not saying like, dude, these music, it's amazing.
Yeah.
You know, just so many ideas. And now it's kind of up to picking which ones we think are the coolest and then figuring out a way to get it out.
I can't wait for that, and I just want to tell you how great it is to be here with you guys. I mean, it's been before I had this stroke, I was we were working together on a autism benefit, the Ed Asner benefit. And it was just so great to hang with you guys there, and you guys play. I was so psyched to be there with you. So we're gonna take some questions from the audience. So I wanted to ask. And see where our girl was. Emo, where are you, babe? There she is. Okay, guys. So let's have a question right now for Doug and for Dan. So good to see you.
All right, we have Christy from Lancaster. What would you like to ask Hoobastank?
So I wanted to ask if you could name a song that was so deeply personal to you that it was difficult to put on an album or even do live.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I've never had a hard time with any of the music we put out. A lot of people aren't going to want to hear this, but I can literally go through all the songs we've ever recorded and go down each song and go, this one, I know what it's about. This one, and then as it gets going further along, some of it is I'm going, oh, dude, I'm kind of like capturing an idea rather than a personal experience, you know, like, so it wouldn't be one of those. I'm trying to think. The only one I can think of off the top of my head right now, and my daughter's gonna kill me because she's in the building, is a song called Magnolia, and it was about her when she was really, really young, and it's about watching her grow up. And this is when she was an infant, you know? And if you listen closely to that song in the beginning, there's like a little whooshing sound that sounds like a guitar effect. Because I remember we had recorded the song and we were mixing it, and I had recorded like a fetal heartbeat prior, and then I sent it to the mixer, and he called me up. He's like, did you quantize this? Like, did you like put it to the rhythm? I'm like, no. Does it fit? He's like, dude, it is exactly the tempo of the song. So that's cool. Sorry, Maggie.
I love that, Magnolia. Thank you so much for your question. Okay, Ema?
All right, we got Lamaya. Lamaya also from Lancaster. What would you like to ask the band?
Okay, so you kind of preluded into my question. I have teenagers now, and I'm always like, why are you running away? So my question is, truthfully, where was the inspiration for that song?
For Running Away? Yeah. Interesting. God, that's tough. I want to say we might have to ask our drummer a little bit for that one. Well, I remember there was a different chorus melody and different lyrics for the chorus, and he was kind of the one who's like, we should do this, and it ended up being, why are you running away? You know, like that. I mean, it's obviously about, you know, doing as much as you can for somebody and getting kind of stonewalled, you know, and it sounds like it's with your teenagers, but I didn't have any kids at the time. Yeah, tell the kids to behave. Listen to mom. Right.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Yes. Okay.
All right, we got Albert from Placentia. Different city this time.
Albert.
What would you like to ask?
OC. Hey guys, I was just wondering the inspiration on The Reason and that video that you guys made on that. It's a little bit dark there. Cool.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
Lyrically, I had kind of collected a lot of, I don't want to say like stream of conscious type notes, during past relationships that I'd gone through in high school, and even the structure of the song, where it's like, this is something, this is something, this is something, you are that something. It was like this poem ideas I had in high school. Not that I wrote poetry in high school, but I remember thinking like I kind of like this format, and thank God I didn't give up on it. But it was kind of a collection of notes. I know most people want to hear me say like I had a leather-bound book on a mountaintop, but it was me sitting in the apartment just kind of going through these papers and pulling out phrases, and it was really quick. It kind of reminds me of that Beautiful Mind thing where you see like the phrases highlighted, and they just kind of fell into place really quick. The music came to me and I sent it back within a few hours or, by the next day. It was really fast. And I've been asked that a lot. And the real answer is it's about me, to be honest with you. It's about how I hadn't been able to change from relationship to relationship, As far as the video...
Yeah, did you have input on that?
We did. We wanted to do... This was kind of the fighting part I was talking about as far as like our control of how the band was perceived. And the record label at the time, I think they wanted to do something very on the nose, boy meets girl, whatever. And I was like, absolutely not. I wanted to do something where the band never performs, there's no singing involved, and it was ultra violent. Like I was referencing, I remember having this phone call on the tour bus. I was referencing that scene in The Matrix where they go to rescue Morpheus, whatever, they go in and they go through this bank and I was referencing that. I want this to be bad. Like we try to do something and we all die. And it has nothing to do with the song. It was just background music for this short film. And they didn't want to do it. We went back and forth. And we kind of ended up where we did as like the compromise, And I didn't even want to perform.
Yeah, well, we got treatments from a bunch of directors at that point that were really, really well-known directors. And every single one that had anything to do that was a typical love story, we just put that down. And we ended up working with this director, Brett Simon, who we had never heard of, really, or met, because he was willing to go along with what we wanted to do. And, we kind of explained to him what we were looking to do, and he wrote the treatment, I'm pretty sure, but we were right in his ear the whole time about all these different ideas.
That's great. Thank you for that question. We appreciate it. Well, guys, we're going to take a quick break. And what do you say? Do you guys want to hear some Hoobastank live or what? Thanks for coming over here and spending your time with us this evening. I'm so excited to see you guys play again. Let's do it. Guy, what do you think? Guys, come on. What do you think? Let's make some noise. All right, I'm going to let you guys take a little break and get ready to play. So we're going to just take a quick one, and the guys are going to get on stage. Thanks again for coming out, everybody. And guys, thanks for answering all those questions.
Thank you.
You guys ready? Let's get it loud in here. Come on, let's make a lot of noise right now. Please, let me hear you get even louder for Hoobastank. Here we go.
We're a small crowd, but they don't know that on the internet, all right? So we gotta be loud. Step out. sign. Somebody claims to see the light. It seems to me that all of us have lost our patience. 'Cause everyone thinks they're right, and nobody thinks that there just might be more than one road to our final destination. But I'm not ever gonna know if I'm right or wrong. We're all going in the same direction, and I'm not sure which way to go. Because all along we've been going in the same direction. I'm tired of playing games, looking for someone else to blame for all the holes and answers that are clearly showing. For something to fill the space was all of the time I spent a waste. So many choices point the same way I was going, but I'm not ever gonna know if I'm right or wrong. We're all going in the same direction, and I'm not sure which way to go. Because all along we've been going in the same direction, going in the same direction, yeah. Same direction. Why does there only have to be one correct philosophy? I don't wanna go and follow you to end up like one of them. Why are you always telling me what you want me to believe? I like to think I can go my own way. I meet you in the end. Go my own way. I meet you in the end. I'm not ever gonna know if I'm right or wrong. We're all going in the same direction, and I'm not sure which way to go. Because all along we've been going in the same direction, going in the same direction, going in the same direction, yeah. Same direction. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. How we doing? Fuck yeah. I see various age groups here. How many of you guys listened to us when you were in high school? It's a high school thing. College? Middle school? Okay, high school wins, okay. Just checking. Every once in a while, I'll go down to elementary school and there's always some jackass who's like, me. Anyways, high school. Good old high school. Where elementary school where music is so much more than just something to listen to, right? It's like part of who you are. So the fact that so many people associate our music with high school, I think that's fucking cool. I'm stoked about that. So, go back to high school. If you remember this song, let's do it. I don't want you to give it all up. Leave your own life collecting dust. I don't want you to feel sorry for me. You never gave us a chance to be. And I don't need you to be by my side. Tell me that everything's alright. I just wanted you to tell me the truth. You know I do that for you. High school, so why are you running? Hell yeah! Why are you running away?
do to make you change your mind? Is it me? Is it you? Nothing that I can do. Is it I? Stop time. Is it me? Is it you? Nothing that I can do to make you change your mind. Let's go! Why are you running away? That was beautiful. Why are you running away? Why are you running away? Why are you running away? That was really good. Awesome. Friggin' high school. So we haven't been doing as many gigs in the LA area as I'd like. It's been a little sparse, so this popped up as a cool opportunity. I'm so stoked you guys are here. I really don't know what to expect. I didn't know what the studio would look like. I didn't know if it was gonna be like a radio station thing. I had no idea, but this is cool. Thank you so much for being here. I know it's probably a trek from wherever you guys are, but we appreciate it. Couple years back, right before we were about to head out on tour in Japan, we were rehearsing, and out of nowhere, I had what I didn't realize at the time was like a panic attack, like in the middle of a song, just like couldn't breathe. I thought I was having a heart attack, right? Didn't know what it was. The guys talked me through it, and I didn't know if I was gonna be able to get on the plane. And got on the plane next day, went to Japan, still nervous as all hell. After 20 years, you would think this shit gets easy, but for some reason it got super hard. And during the middle of that set in Japan, I brought the interpreter out, and I told the interpreter to translate this, that I was not doing awesome. Like, we're going through the set, and it's fun, and I'm jumping around here, but in my head, I was struggling. And he told everybody, and literally the second he told everybody, it was like this huge weight was lifted off my shoulder, right? Just the act of sharing that shit I wasn't doing great was better than I could have ever imagined. And so whenever we play this song now, I've made it a point to remind myself and anybody, because we're all going through some sort of shit on whatever level, to find somebody to talk to, and things will get better eventually, I promise. So this is a song to remind myself about that. It's called Slow Down. Sometimes I forget to breathe. Life can be overwhelming. It's always pushing and pulling me away from what really matters. And I keep forgetting to remind myself. I keep forgetting to remind myself. I keep forgetting to remind myself. Slow me see those hands, my friends. Put them up. Let me see the hands. Come on. I hope that it's not too late, 'cause everything's all a blur. On and on. On and on. I hope that it's not too late, 'cause everything's all a blur. On and on. On and on. I keep forgetting to remind myself. 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 Slow down. No one ever said this journey was the race. What's the hurry? Slow down. I'll go anywhere I want. No place without a worry. To remind myself, I keep forgetting to remind myself. I keep forgetting to remind myself. Thank you. You guys are basically at a band practice. We all stand around, we stare at Chris, we go, let's go, let's do it. I've done everything as you say. I followed your rules without question. I thought it would help me see things clearly. But instead of helping me to see, I look around and it's like I'm blinded. Watch me control, I control. Watch me out of control, I control. Where should I go? What should I do? I don't understand what you want from me, 'cause I don't know if I can trust you. I don't understand what you want from me. It feels like I'm spinning out of control. I try to focus, but everything's twisted. And all along I thought you would be there to let me know I'm not alone. But in fact, that's exactly what I want. I spin out of control, I control. I spin out of control, I control. Where should I go? What should I do? I don't understand what you want from me, 'cause I don't know if I can trust you and all the things you say to me. And I may never know the answer to this endless mystery. Where should I go? What should I do? I don't understand what you want. It's still a mystery. It's still a mystery. Feel it out of control, out of control. Let's spin it out of control, out of control. Let's spin it out of control, out of control. Let's spin it out of control, out of control. Spin it out of control, out of control. Let's spin it out of control, out of control. Let's spin it out of control, out of control. Let's spin it out of control. Where should I go? What should I do? I don't understand what you want from me, 'cause I don't know if I can trust you and all of the things you say to me. And I may never know the answer to this endless mystery. Where should I go? What should I do? I don't understand what you want. I spin it out of control. Thank you. Usually, this is the point of a show where I would get all the lights to die down and everybody would break out the phones and stuff, but I don't think that's gonna work on YouTube. So, we're just gonna have to do with this. Now, we've been asked many times, even by our friend Matt, when was the moment that you thought, you made it, you guys have made it, right? And I think this kind of sums it up. If you don't know the band, if you're here because you signed some kind of waiver and they just pushed you in here, and you saw Free Carl's Jr., shit. Or like this is traffic school or something, like, I get it. If you don't know the band, this is probably the song you know, okay? So, I feel like I knew something was different when I went to the grocery store and I heard the song going down like the frozen food section. I know that's not the coolest. I know it's not the coolest. But that's fucking big. So, my LA friends, close your eyes, grab your shopping carts, and let's do this together. What you got? What you got? Come on. I'm not a perfect. There's many things I wish I didn't do, but I continue learning. I never meant to do those things to you. And so I have to say before I go that I just want you to know I've found a reason for me to change who I used to be. A reason to start over now. And the reason is you. I'm sorry that I hurt you. It's something I must live with every day. And all the pain I put you through, I wish that I could take it all away and be the one who catches all your tears. Come on, that's why I need you to hear. I found a reason for me to change who I used to be. A reason to start over now. Now's your chance, LA. The reason. And the reason is. Here we go. The reason is. And the reason is you. I'm not a perfect. I never meant to do those things to you. So I have to say before I go that I just want you to know I found a reason for me to change who I used to be. A reason to start over now. Just give me one more. And the reason I found a reason to show a side of me you didn't know. A reason feels good. I like that. I like that. I like doing that in my hometown. Well, yeah, right. Thank you again for being here. To be totally honest, I didn't know the whole setup. This was a lot of fun. We should play a show in LA soon, right? Like a proper one. Proper. And we can just keep playing and playing until they kick us off. Ladies and gentlemen, to my left is the handsome and talented Mr. Jesse Charlin on the bass. And right here is the equally handsome and talented Mr. Dan Estrin on the guitar. The exceptionally handsome and talented Mr. Chris Hess on the drums. Thank you again for being here, whether you knew what was happening or not. We're stoked. 20 plus years of doing this, you guys. All for you, all because of you, because we can't do this without you guys. Nothing but gratitude coming from this to that. Thank you so much, you guys. We're Hoobastank. Have a wonderful evening. Sacrifice my everything for just a second's worth. I found my story's ending, and I wish I could know if the directions that I take and all the choices that I make won't end up all for nothing. Show me what it's for, make me understand it. While I've been crawling in the dark, looking for the answer. Is there something more than what I've been handed? While I've been crawling in the dark, looking for the answer. Help me carry on. Show me it's okay to use my heart and not my eyes to navigate the darkness. Will the ending be ever coming suddenly? Will I ever get to see the ending to my story? Show me what it's for, make me understand it. While we're crawling in the dark, looking for the answer. Is there something more than what I've been handed? I've been crawling in the dark, looking for the answer. All right, LA, make some noise right now, make some noise. Come out. So when it I will let how much further do I have to go? How much longer till I find the door? 'Cause I'm looking and I just can't see what's in front of me. What you got? What you got? Show me what it's for, make me understand. I've been crawling in the dark, looking for the answer. Is there something more than what I've been handed? I've been crawling in the dark, looking for the answer.
awesome. What a great set. Give it up for Hoobastank, everyone. So great to have you guys here. It was awesome. Come on, make some noise. One more time. Let's hear it for Hoobastank, everybody. Thanks so much, everyone, for coming. What a great set. Thanks for coming out tonight to the KLOS Helpful Honda Rock Room. We've had a lot of great bands here. Everybody from Hoobastank, of course, now, and Black Crows, you name it. Polo the Mud, and we've had people like Dirty Honey. I mean, the list is pretty long, right? So many different people. Rat, I mean, it's... Anyway, if you'd like to check out some of those live performances from the past, make sure you go to the KLOS YouTube page to see all the previous shows of bands, as we said, like Foreigner, Black Crows, Rat, Duff McKagan, and a whole lot more. But I love you guys, and I'm so happy to see you. We're going to do a photo. Anyway, before I go, I'm going to have an announcement in just a little bit, so stick around for a while so I can also thank some of our other people that made it happen today. But I need a photo with the guys right now, so would you guys take that? Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, we love you guys. It was so good. It's always great to come out and hear some great rock and roll and hang with you guys. I want to thank our partners right now for helping us put this all together here in the Rock Room. You know, it's driven by your helpful SoCal Honda dealers. Audios by Trans Am Entertainment. Visual Elements, lighting, Sawtooth Musical Instruments, and props to Carl's Jr. for the great burgers today. Thank you so much, everybody. What a great show. Hang around for an announcement we're going to have in just a moment. Thank you so much again. We love you all. Thank you so much for your support of KLOS and the KLOS Helpful Honda Rock Room. We love you guys. Have an incredible evening. Thank you so much again. I'm Matt Pinfield. For all of us at KLOS, take care, and thanks so much for supporting rock and roll. We love you.